Tail of the tape for this bout brought to you by Bud Light. Movlid Khaybulaev is 32 years of age. Ryoji Kudo, 29. Kudo is 1 inch taller. Both men weighed in at the featherweight limits. 1 inch reach advantage on the arms for Kudo, 2 inch advantage on the legs. Justin Roberts, take it away.
This next bout is set for 3 5-minute rounds in the PFL Featherweight division. Standing in the blue corner at 5 feet 7 inches tall, weighing in at 146 pounds with a record of 11 wins, 4 losses, and 1 draw. Fighting out of Tokyo, Japan, he is a 2022 semifinalist, Ryoji Kudo. And his opponent standing in a red corner at 5 feet 6 inches tall, weighing in at 145 3/4 pounds. He has an undefeated record of 19 wins, 0 losses, 1 draw, and 1 no contest. Fighting out of Dagestan, Russia, he is the 2021 PFL Featherweight World Champion, Movlid Killer Khaybulaev. Your referee, Keith Peterson.
Keith Peterson equipped with the referee cam. Ryoji Kudo in the gray trunks, Movlid Khaybulaev in the green. A league fight, first regular season bout for each of these individuals. 6 points on the line here in the first round, 3 points for a victory, 3 bonus points if you can get a finish in the first frame. Movlid Khaybulaev does hold the record for fastest finish in PFL history. He swings it overhand right and misses.
Yeah, Khaybulaev really trying to sit up that right hand, it seems. Might be looking to counter Kudo as he comes in.
Khaybulaev tries to dive onto the legs. Nice sprawl there by Kudo to stay out of trouble for now. Oh,
look at this. Dropped a guard. Looked like he was going for a flying armbar there.
Wow. Kudo bulldogs over to the top.
Khaybulaev dropping guard, going to his back. That's how confident he is on the ground. And there's his top position.
And this is a place we have seen the Nurmagomedov camp so many times in high-level fights. Pressed up against the opponent on the cage. Kudo trying to isolate the left arm of Khaybulaev, keep himself out of trouble, and maybe give himself a post to use leverage and stand up. Khaybulaev extending that left leg of Kudo, controlling it, keeping it off the mat.
Yeah, they're so good at that, Sean. Very good at always controlling the leg, either with their own legs or with their hands in head position. Kudo doing a good job of getting back to his feet. You see Khaybulaev there with that underhook. That's what's allowing that strong connection to the body of Kudo. He has the option of either dragging him this way. It gets from behind, finishes it anyway. Great job there by Movlid.
Randy, there was a question of ring rust for Movlid Khaybulaev, but no signs of it in the early goings.
That might be the first scramble we've seen him in. He was in a pretty good scramble there, but he certainly looks sharp as he's ever been.
Brendan Loughnane with the Bose headphones on, warming up backstage. One half of our main event. He'll take on Marlon Moraes tonight. Not yet watching with interest, although he does feel like a rematch with Movlid Khaybulaev might be an eventuality here in our 5th PFL season. Khaybulaev just not letting Kudo maintain any balance on the feet. Back down to the mat. Ian Parker, Movlid Khaybulaev started this fight as a big-time favorite. It's only swung further in his favor. If I'm not mistaken, he's part of a parlay for you.
Yeah, you know what? We also took over 1.5 in this fight, and as you see with Khaybulaev, the minus 1300 screams, can't touch it, and it shows how big of a favorite he really is. But kudos to Kudo here. He's hanging on. He's not really being put in too many dangerous positions, but Khaybulaev is pretty much starting right where he left off in 2021. Dominance on the ground, his grappling is top-notch.
I like that. Kudos to Kudo.
Witty.
There's our ghost cam looking through the chain link of our smart cage fence.
Khaybulaev just kind of waiting for Kudo to extend himself and get that second hook. And Kudo knew he was susceptible to that back take, decides to go right back to the mat. I think that was wise.
Just relentless pressure from Khaybulaev. It's amazing.
Yeah, and constantly posing dilemmas left and right. Now into the mount.
Full back position here.
Kudo elects to give up his back. Movlid Khaybulaev reaches across.
Big trouble here.
We saw Martin Hamlet finish with a face crank earlier tonight. Kudo doing a good job.
Kudo turns his hips.
Not quite able to get all the way out.
Yeah, Khaybulaev
floats to stay on top.
Just a step ahead, man.
Floats over him, lets him turn right under him, ends up right back in the same position.
Well, this could be trouble for Kudo, though.
It almost seemed like Kudo dove that left shoulder down to the mat to avoid the possibility of the short choke. Final 10 seconds of round number 1. All Movlid Khaybulaev in the grappling so far. A second frame next when the Professional Fighters League comes back on ESPN. Sean O'Connell, Kenny Florian, Randy Couture beside the PFL Smart Cage. Movlid Khaybulaev and Ryoji Kudo inside the cage for the second round of a possible 3 featherweight points and standings on the line here. A finish will put either man at the top of the featherweight standings, at least for now, in the early part of our PFL regular season. Kudo comes in behind a 3-piece, finishing with a kick.
We've seen Kudo's power in the past. Khaybulaev needs to be aware of that. He's able to put out any 145-pounder out there.
Kudo dropped the eventual champion, Brendan Loughnane, last year. Loughnane was able to recover and end up winning that fight. He knocked out Gaito Flores, who right now has a win here in Season 5 of the PFL. Movlid Khaybulaev very aware. We'll see what Ryoji Kudo can set up and make happen with the hands and feet. Certainly does not want this second round to go like the first one did, Randy, where he found himself smothered by that pressure.
Khaybulaev does a great job of punching himself into those positions. Just using his striking, make a guy cover, and that allows him to get in where he needs to be, get his hands on him, and put him on the ground.
Pointedly, a significant exchange, and this is where it ends up. Movlid Khaybulaev immediately into another dominant position.
Kudo's got to look for an underhook here. There he's starting to go to it, trying to post that right hand on the mat. He needs to turn away from Khaybulaev there with that overhook in play.
Kudo trying to get his hips back towards that corner, get his feet under him, but the left leg is isolated and elevated.
All right, so for Kudo, he's got to look for that overhook on that side. He's going over the other side, which is why Khaybulaev is taking his back here. That overhook would prevent that. If he can get it on that side, post to the mat and turn away, that would prevent the back take.
Nice look through the ref cam there. Way to keep it steady, Keith Peterson.
You see this tactic and technique with all the Dagestanis. They trap those legs, they step over them, they shelf them, they make it really, really tough for you to engage your hips and find a way to get to corner position, to hand fight, to get out of this bottom position.
Absolutely, and it's extremely exhausting for the man on bottom who's carrying that weight, who's fighting hard to build up his base, only to be pinned on his shoulders yet again. Extremely frustrating.
Certainly not where Ryoji Kudo wants to be in this fight, but he is doing a good job of making sure that Movlid Khaybulaev can't mount any significant offense here. There's Sada Busi, 2022 PFL welterweight champion. We'll see him in 2 weeks, well, almost 2 weeks, 2 Fridays hence, as he begins his quest to repeat. As steady a presence as we've had in the PFL, Sada Busi has been part of every season so far.
There's that overhook. This is much better position for Kudo. You see the figure 4 on that left leg of Kudo. Excellent control, also controlling at the end of the lever there on the other leg.
There's that shelving in the leg.
Yep.
Again, it just makes it almost impossible to get your hips into the fight. Now he's got both legs trapped.
Marlon Moraes backstage. One half of our main event. He'll take on Brendan Loughnane. Look to get back to his old winning ways.
Nice pressure there from Khaybulaev, putting that shoulder across the jaw of Kudo, really pinning the shoulders down. He's going to try to push down that leg and advance into mount as well.
Final 10 seconds of round number 2. Movlid Khaybulaev pulling away. Dominant so far. A look at Ryoji Kudo.
Sir, are you ready?
Looking to earn some featherweight points in the standings. His opponent, Movlid Khaybulaev in the green trunks, has so far smothered any attempts for Kudo to mount meaningful offense. Sean O'Connell, Randy Couture, Kenny Florian here beside the PFL Smart Cage. One potential bonus point still up for grabs if either of these men can earn a finish in the 3rd round. Movlid Khaybulaev back after a year away, attending to an eye problem, wanting to put an emphatic emphasis on his dominance in this division. Still undefeated as a pro mixed martial artist. Kenny, what's the key for Kudo to just stay on his feet here?
Yeah, I mean, he's got to find a way to not extend himself like that. That was tough. You know, going for kicks, especially to the body, is where you're going to get taken down. Khaybulaev countered that beautifully, so needs to be a little bit smarter. I'd be throwing way more hands and trying to throw it real at the chest level more than anything else. Going up a little bit too high, going for too many headshots allows Khaybulaev to level change and get in on those legs.
Khaybulaev blocked the left leg of Kudo and dumped him over onto his side again. Climbing into another dominant position here. Randy, we know that Khaybulaev can get on top and he can stay on top, but can he get a finish?
Well, I mean, we've seen him finish plenty of times in the past. Ryoji Kudo is no easy guy to finish. I mean, he's resilient. He's staying in there. He's fighting every single position to the best of his ability. This is that grinding Dagestani style. Can you imagine being in the practice room with these guys? This is exactly how they train every single day.
No doubt.
Teofimo Lopez is here, a former lightweight boxing world champion. Very exciting fighter. Probably wants to see this one get back to its feet, if we're being honest.
Yeah. You can see Khaybulaev could easily pass into side control. He's choosing to just control the leg and keep Kudo from getting back to his feet.
He's got that deep waist. He's controlling Kudo's hips. He's got one leg trapped.
Now he has that cross wrist on that far side as well. See that cross wrist on that side. It's pinning Kudo down.
A la Bubba Jenkins. Exact same thing Bubba Jenkins just did for Chris Wade for 3 rounds.
Got a little bit too low there. He was controlling the hips well, but it allowed Kudo to get his base and sit up But Khaybulaev again with another mat return. Just an oppressive style of fighting.
Final 2 minutes of this third round. Third of a possible 3, so Ryoji Kudo has less than 2 minutes to make something happen here. If Movlid Khaybulaev does indeed ride this out for a decision victory, we'll be looking at a log jam in the featherweight standings, which means things stay wide open for Brendan Loughnane later, and Marlon Moraes as well.
Keep working, guys, keep working.
Hey, Aljamain Sterling in the building, UFC Bantamweight champion. Former opponent, by the way, of Marlon Moraes. Moraes has a win over Aljo.
That's right. Aljo been on an absolute tear, though. And Khaybulaev just still continuing to control Kudo, not allowing him to get back to his feet in the slightest here. But I guess I'm a bit surprised. Khaybulaev, I expected him to bring a little bit more pressure tonight, especially with his ground and pound, Randy.
Yeah, you know, posture up, clear your head,
Right.
bring your hips in, create some space, and do some real damage from that top position. You can't be worried about taking him down again.
Yeah.
So why not open up and see if you can't get the finish? He hasn't done that. He's just been consistently grinding on him and really not opening or taking a risk.
Is the answer simply it's been almost 18 months since he last participated in a pro fight, and he wanted to be careful and make sure he could get through 3 5-minute rounds?
It could definitely be that.
Is that what ring rust looks like for a Dagestani?
Yeah.
For an undefeated fighter, ring rust looks like you just have to dominate your way to a decision.
Could be. I mean, he had a great opportunity to kind of lead the pack here and get a submission or a finish, but a win is a win here.
Justin Roberts has their decision.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds, we go to the judges' scorecards for a decision. All 3 judges score the fight 30-27 for your winner by unanimous decision, earning 3 points in the PFL featherweight division. Movlid Killer Khaybulaev!